International Trade Logistics, final assignment, Niagara College.
For this project, I choose the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway System. The focus of this presentation is to explain the importance of the St. Lawrence Seaway System on international trade for both Canada and the United States. Let's get started by introducing what is the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway System.
It's an astonishing engineering work built as a binational partnership between Canada and the United States. In simple words, the St. Lawrence Seaway System is a 3,700 kilometers marine highway which connects the Atlantic Ocean with the 5 Great Lakes: Lake Erie, Ontario, Huron, Michigan, and Superior. It allows ships to transit between Montreal and Lake Erie, opening the door to global trade with more than 50 international destinations. The system has two sections: the Welland Canal that connects Lake Erie with Lake Ontario, and a 306 kilometers stretch that links Lake Ontario with Montreal. There are 13 locks across the seaway, 11 operated by Canada and 2 by the United States.
Well, that's awesome, but why does it matter? If Canada and US share thousands of kilometers of border, why did they bother building the Seaway System? The first reason is because the St. Lawrence Seaway System offers connection to the Atlantic Ocean. Before building the Seaway, the 5 lakes weren't interconnected with each other, meaning that the trade was exclusively limited to the marine border between Canada and the US. The Watergate expanded the possibilities for global trade, permitting transportation from the furthest port of the lakes to the Atlantic Ocean, and thence to anywhere else on the planet. The second most important reason is efficiency. Maritime transportation offers the cheapest way to carry the largest volume of merchandise for the longest distances. A Laker ship can fit the amount of cargo equivalent to 301 rail cars or 964 trucks. It's the most energy-efficient transportation mode with the lowest carbon footprint. Remember, we learned in Chapter 11 that a ship can move 576 tons of materials for 1 mile with 1 gallon of fuel. In the third place of reasons, we have the region of the Great Lakes, known as the heart of North America. Formed by 8 American states and 2 Canadian provinces, this area is a significant driver of the North American economy with an estimated annual GDP of $6 trillion. That's the equivalent to 30% of the Canadian and American economy and employment. If this area were a country, it will account for the 3rd largest economy in the world, just behind the US and China. Now that we have discussed the importance of the seaway, let's talk about the seaway ships, the type of cargo, and the economic activity. Ships navigating across the seaway system are classified into 3 groups. Lakers, which are built especially for use within the Great Lakes and hardly exceed the waterway. Salties, that are ocean-going ships that enable trade with nations overseas. And tug-propelled barges, they consist of a tug fitted into specially designed barge used to move oil platforms and log rafts, among other goods. These can also work as a salvage boats and icebreakers. Independently of the category, vessels traveling through the lakes are raised 180 meters above sea level within the log system. They can measure up to 740 feet length and 78 feet wide, so that you can have an idea that's twice long and half wide as a football field. The St. Lawrence Seaway serves different industries, being mining and farming between the most significant. The most common cargo shipped across the waterway includes grain. In this category are wheat, corn, soybeans, barley, and canola. Dry bulk, which includes unpackaged commodities such as stone, gravel, sand, salt, cement, potash, and gypsum. Iron ore, the principal ingredient for steel and an essential raw material in hundreds of manufacturing industries. And liquid bulk, including refined petroleum products like gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and jet fuel, as well as alternate fuels such as ethanol and biodiesel. Regarding the economic activity, over 200 million tons of cargo is moved on the Seaway System on an annual basis. 25% of the freight travels to and from overseas ports, especially in Europe, Africa, and Middle East. The seaway traffic supports 59 billion in economic activity, 23 billion in wages, and 329,000 jobs. Now, I'd like to share a couple of interesting facts of the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway System. There are more than 40 interprovincial highways and 30 rail lines linked to the 15 major ports of the system, facilitating intermodal transportation. That's great for many industries because they can reach millions of consumers not only in North America but around the globe. Did you know that you can monitor marine traffic in real time? The St. Lawrence Seaway website has a link to marinetraffic.com. Each icon on the map is a ship. The platform uses geolocalization services to update the exact position of the ship every 2 or 3 minutes. If you click on any of the icons, it will show you the freight information. And if you click on vessel details, it will take you to the page with the information of the ship. Cool, isn't it? Finally, I'll point that the Seaway is a proposal for international trade in North America. One weakness of maritime transportation is that it requires navigable waters. Well, Canada and the US eliminated that barrier by building the Seaway in the largest freshwater system on Earth, making it possible for many industries to reach global markets in an efficient and competitive way thanks to the marine shipping benefits.